To lock the fuck in. Hi. I've been trying to fix my mic stuff lately because a lot of the VODs have sorry, my mom texted me, have like come out really quiet, and it's been like really ticking me off for a while. So it turns out the problem was I lowered the volume on the Focusrite, and on the mixer I had to increase the volume. It's not really the most ideal settings, but hey, I'm still in the green zone, and I do not think my audio is like peaking where it sounds like what's it called, pretty awful, like like that. I was making concern of like sounding it like that, but I should probably just have to speak a little normal tone, I guess. Okay, so for this stream, gang, we are going to be, what the hell did I press the clips video? Oh. We're going to be locking the fuck in. Oh, I'm a little tired. I drove yesterday around Hollywood. I don't like Hollywood. Okay. So I'm going to do the easiest task at hand, which is storyboarding Switch S. So I'm going to put a YouTube video on the side. So it's like one of those, what's it called? Subway Surfer videos. I was watching the Bad Art History Soy Jack video when I was like working on a rough sheet. I'm gonna do another one tonight. Mostly just pitch some outfit design so I can at least start inking it by tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, just opening some Swatcho-esque stuff. Yeah, how are you guys doing right now? Or actually, oh, my BGM isn't on. How stupid of me. But anyway, what's poppin', chat? Y'all did anything quirked up today, or hold up, I gotta look at my what should I call it? My back, my Switch S folder. Let's see her. The filler season. That's right, part 2. Ooh, I did not. That was not consistent. Okay, so in this episode, Kaisen accidentally sets the house on fire. And he cries about it. My back of my head is saying he's crying like a bitch, but he's not really. I don't know, right? Just watching different videos. Well, nice. That's really helpful for me, actually. So the next one, what kind of inspiration are you thinking of for which season? Because I know we did spring. I marked that off of my Excel sheet. Like, what season are you thinking of? Okay, part 2 of the Swacho S. The filler season. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Hold up, my pen pressure's acting up. Hate it. Ugh, turn it like on and off in the preferences. It's so fucking annoying. There we go. Alright. Probably like houses here. Probably house there. Let me look at if there's any fire trucks in the Clip Studio store. Yeah, Latte just got a bath today. What is this? Oh, a sword. That is sick. Wee 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 wee. It's a truck container. Which one would pass it? Yeah, this can pass as a fire truck. This can pass. Definitely. That can pass. For sure. Ooh, that cannot pass. I was like, looked at it a little closer. Let's see. Some of these fire trucks are a little bit too cartoony for me. Cause, that's it. I do need to, like, put it at different angles and shit. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, summer outfit. I didn't see that. I think it's summer outfit. Alright. Gotcha. Boy mixer truck, the hell? Okay. I'm just gonna start with the tanker truck. And then I can just, like, probably draw something over it. Big ass house too. I have to. Let's see. Doors open. There's like a hose sneaking in and out of there. Probably like they're talking there. Let's look at the composition notebook and shit. Oh, right. I was gonna put a iPad baby video on for you guys. That's right. What shall I put on for you people? Let's see. Bad art history. Yeah, that's right, Monster. That's a video. Let's see. The interwebs. Yeah, I was watching this video. I might as well just rewind it and stuff.
of the most enduring memes.
No, I don't want to play your fucking game.
There is literally nothing funnier than drawing your enemies as stupid, ugly, easily excitable morons. And in 2009, the internet asked, what is the funniest possible way to do that? And modern memes as we understand them today were born. But over the last few years, you've probably noticed the explosive popularity of this weird new meme. A meme so huge, they're posting it on the official White House Twitter. It's called Wojaks and Soyjaks, and it sounds hard to believe, but these might just be the future of human communication. You might be thinking, wow, that's insane, but I have a theory, and I'm going to spend the rest of this video trying to prove it to you.
Child, is this
That's
real?
how much I like you. I propose that memes, like living things, mutate and evolve and compete for one precious resource: our attention. And if you study Wojaks and Soyjaks the way that you study wildlife, suddenly, all of our weird internet behaviors make a great deal of sense. Why did calling someone dumb on the internet go from this to this to this? Why are we obsessed with taking something deadly serious and reducing it to just a funny little guy? And why did the troll face unironically alter the course of human history? This is the legend of the Soyjak Safari. This is Bad Art History.
Why did I get an ad? Why? Genuinely, why the fuck ad?
The year is 2008. One fateful day, September 18th,
That's always fucking
a
DeviantArt.
small-time artist going by the name Win logs onto his account on a website called DeviantArt and uploads a crude illustration that would change the internet forever. This artwork, titled Comic Trolls, was the masterpiece that gave the internet one of its most iconic recurring characters, the troll face.
Oh my god.
An ageless, raceless, vaguely male homunculus that, when posted online, basically said that you were the cool one and the other guy sucks. And this formula fundamentally hasn't changed. For reasons that will take this entire video to explain, all internet social behavior really does boil down to this: me smart, you stupid, also you look like this. So that part makes sense.
Just putting this
And the
here.
role of the troll face in that basic interaction is pretty easy to understand. But somewhere along the way, the troll face gave rise to a new species called the Wojak. So what is it? A Wojak is a meme that has dominated internet discourse over the last decade or so, and it has a very distinct look. It's a simple drawing that resembles this face. That's it. But that doesn't mean that any old doodle that gets memed on is automatically a Wojak. For instance, Pepe the Frog was a crude drawing that became a massive meme, but he's not a Wojak. And neither is this, or this, or this. The key difference is that every member of the Wojak species shares one common ancestor: the troll face. And this is where our evolutionary story begins.
When?
Part 1.
Oh.
It's alive. I have a confession. I am not actually a scientist. And I hate disclaimers, but in the interest of doing good science, I want to really quickly explain how I put this together. In the course of my research, I noticed something very odd. Memes are like living things. And for this video to make sense, I'm going to ask you to go along with the following extended, loose metaphor. Wojaks and Soyjaks are a kind of digital wildlife that can thrive in many ecosystems. The swamps of 4chan, the soy oceans of Reddit, the incomprehensible tundra that is the Shardy. And if that name sounds funny, I promise, I will explain it. Like actual wildlife, memes compete for resources, our attention, they die off, become irrelevant and fall out of use, and they adapt quite quickly to suit different digital environments. It's a tortured analogy, it's not perfect, But I think this is the best way to explain what is, at the end of the day, like a socio-cultural internet phenomenon. So I have a few little disclaimers and then we can actually get into it. 1. I spent 5 weeks of my life, 24/7, plotting every Wojak and Soyjak I could think of on this Venn diagram. This is not a scientific chart, I just made this up, but for the purpose of this video, I would say it works. 2. There are well over tens of thousands of unique Soyjaks and Wojaks, and more are being made every single day.
We get roses.
I cannot possibly plot them all on this chart. That also means that there are going to be some glaring omissions. And we're all adults here, so let's be honest. At the end of the day, these memes are a tool meant to make fun of people. Many of them are extremely specific to every cross-section of human you could possibly imagine. Please understand what I mean by this. So for my peace of mind and for the most educational viewing experience, I'm going to skip a few. But here is how I decided what to include. To be a species on this chart, you must meet 3 or more of the following criteria. Be a visual descendant of the troll face. Be a meme that is used repeatedly and consistently to express either a relatable state of being or a way to call somebody bad. And bad can mean anything.
The whole ass
Exist because of a prominent internet trend, or exists specifically to make fun of any species already on the chart. 3, and this is kind of my thesis here, jacks are on the brink of ecological collapse. And that's directly related to the fact that there are way too many of them. Now, I will try my very best to prove my thesis. However, I think I am the only person that has ever tried to do this. I'm not gonna get everything right, but in the interest of scientific rigor, I have made my findings publicly available. Anybody who wants them can download them, you can make your own version, whatever you want. Strap in, video begins right now. Part 2. You mad, bro? This is the start of Wojak prehistory. I'm actually filming this in the cave where they drew the first Wojak. Through the 2000s, the barren plains of the internet gave rise to this digital living thing that could survive in seemingly any condition. A meme. And in 2008 arose one of the most enduring memes of all time. The troll face. And while humanity scrambled to figure that one out, one species of meme quickly colonized the shit out of a website known as 4chan. This meme was called Rage Comics.
Another ad.
Between 2008 and 2013, Rage Comics, crude black and white digital artworks depicting funny, relatable vignettes, absolutely ran the internet. Going with our metaphor here, it was a species that thrived. Reddit, 4chan, 9gag, Twitter, anywhere remotely hospitable to digital life, and Rage Comics would infest it. And the trollface ruled the meme landscape by orders of magnitude. But that didn't stop new species of Rage Comic from popping up everywhere. And as they crowded their respective environments online, they started to compete for a valuable resource: our attention and our clicks. So, Trollface. What's the deal? He didn't invent Rage Comics, to be clear. He was just one of many, and he first hit the internet, like we discussed, on September 18th of 2008, on the art-sharing website deviantart.com. While there's no scientific consensus on why he looks like that, meme researchers agree that he was likely an offshoot of the much less successful meme, the rodent.
No,
Crazy how that one never took off. Anyway, Trollface proliferated
what was
like
that?
few memes ever had. He was recognizable around the world. And that's why it was no shock when nearly a year to the day after the Trollface species first blessed the internet, scientists discovered a novel species of Trollface called Feels Guy. Feels Guy was the Big Bang. Feels Guy, by all appearances, was a direct descendant of Trollface. But how? What accounted for how different he looked? What was he doing on the Polish image board 4chan, of all places? Why did people call him Feels Guy? Unfortunately, given how long ago this was in terms of internet time, a lot of context has been lost. But here's what we do know. Feels Guy was named after the prevailing internet slang of the time. Back in the late 2000s, it was very common online to say that something gave you the feels or got you in your feels, hit you right in the feels. You get the idea. It was shorthand for melancholy or sympathy or feeling deeply moved. And evidently, this depiction of Feels Guy standing alone in the crowd really hit the internet psyche in its proverbial feels. So, at what point did Feels Guy become Wojak? On February 3rd of 2012, one Redditor came forward and claimed that he was Wojak, the artist behind the original Feels Guy image. For the sake of not destroying the animal species metaphor, by the way, I'm not going to be mentioning any artists after this. Sorry. He clarified that his username was based on a Polish slang term that roughly translates to little warrior, Wojak. But Wojak was the incorrect reading of the word by non-Polish speakers, and that's the one that stuck. And then, two very strange things happen relatively far apart. First, Feels Guy inexplicably appears on Reddit, far from his natural environment, dressed as a Canadian. And even though this is from 2012, this could easily have been made today, which tells us, as scientists, that Wojak has a distinct, repeated presentation. The second strange thing to happen? In 2014, Wojak got laid.
Ooh. God. I found an ad blocker on, but it keeps showing ads.
Part 3. Wojak Explosion. From 2014 on, the Wojak Wilderness oversaw the emergence of numerous visibly distinct Wojak species. Somewhere along the way, Wojak reproduced. And these new Wojaks were weird. They were unique looking and hyper-suited to their environment. The environment in question being the swamps of 4chan, specifically the R9K business and politics boards. And if you have no idea what that means, these are just sub-communities for specific topics. For the purpose of our metaphor, think of this as the natural environment of hyper-neurotic, hyper-online young men. What I'm saying is, it's no surprise that Wojaks took off here. First among these fledgling species was the crying Wojak. His exact origins have never been revealed, but his earliest documented appearance was alongside some lost prototype Wojak, a smiling one, and Feels Guy. Then, 3 more species are discovered in 2016. The masked crying Wojak, for when you really, really wanted to piss someone off. Followed by a sopping wet, pathetic Wojak wearing a McDonald's uniform called Wagecook. Followed by the NPC and Tired Wojak. We've just jumped from 1 to 6 distinct species that all express unique traits. Wagey or Wagecook emerged from the language of super online shut-in culture, also known as NEET, not in employment or training. The joke is that having a job is slavery, and being a shut-in who can work but refuses to is like the ultimate state of enlightenment. The NPC is an example of a discrete Wojak that really, really took off. If you didn't know, the NPC was once an incredibly popular way online to depict the weak-minded other. NPC comes from video games, it means non-player character. The premise of the meme is that you were the only one with critical thinking, and everybody else was just a boob that parroted mainstream media. And that was on the nicer end,
Yippee,
as far as this meme
yowie.
presented itself in popular culture. And I would personally attribute the proliferation of Wojaks in 2016 to the NPC. It was an election year. This was some of the most mainstream exposure early Wojaks ever got. But we could do this all day. I don't want to bore you with the details, because funny enough, the specifics don't really matter. Everything that happened from this moment on was a 1-2-3 punch of mimetic mutation. Punch 1.
Yeah, man. Is that ad still showing there?
2016, Chad. Chad descends from a pretty obscure meme species called Nordcuck. Neither he nor his ancestors are Wojaks. They are an entirely different thing. However, Chad and various Wojak types frequently interact in nature, and through the course of this interaction, Chad became baked into Wojak DNA. I'll explain how when we discuss female Wojaks, but suffice to say, much like the Genghis Khan archetype that Chad is supposed to represent, a lot of Wojaks look the way they do because of him. Punch 2, the pink Wojak. In 2017, the pink Wojak signaled a major evolutionary change. The ability of Wojaks to take on multiple physical traits at once. 2017, if you recall, was a huge year for cryptocurrency.
Have you seen
the surging value of Bitcoin
Cocker
prompted
Spaniel
tons of investment, a bubble formed,
it's like the cutest shit ever.
and then the bubble popped, and a lot of
I just like open Reddit to see this guy holding his Cocker Spaniel. And the Spaniel has a fucking pretzel or some shit in its mouth. And it looks like it's smoking a blunt, and it's really hilarious. Hold up, I gotta show it to you guys. It's so fucking funny to me. And hello, King of Shadows. Welcome to the stream. Hold up, let me pull up the Reddit post. Cocker Spaniels. Look. Look at this! Look, guys, look. Look at this dog! Oh my god. He's just chilling. Look at him. Yes, looks like a blunt! Aww, it's a cutie. He looks like a frat boy almost, like the face. I didn't know Cocker Spaniels can have, like, you know, blue eyes, because mine, her eyes are like deep brown, and I'd have never seen like a blue-eyed Cocker Spaniel. Oh, no, baby, no. Oh, no, I'm gonna read this. Oh, poor baby. Oh yeah, Latte used to look like that. Oh, that's the same fucking dog. He does look human, like, look at this, guys. This dog looks like a fucking person. Do you guys see it? Like, maybe it's because of the blue eyes, but he does. Oh, and you named him George, and you gave him a blunt. That's funny. Like, he's cute, but he looks like an old deranged man, and it's really cute and funny at the same time. Oh, ball, cocker ball. Wait, you're not a cocker, you're a springer. Get out of here. Oh, tiny. I'm getting so distracted right now. Wait, does anyone have... Oh. Oh, blue... Yeah, I've never seen a cocker with blue eyes. I'm used to laughing. She's asleep underneath me, just chilling. Oh. Oh yeah, I've never seen cockers with, like, eyebrows. Like, look at this. I've never seen a Cocker Spaniel with fucking eyebrows. It's so cute. It's a fussy baby. Oh, look. Oh. Yeah, this is what Latte actually looks like. Like, this is her color. She's red and white, I think. People are naming their dogs Cosmo like a lot lately. Oh. Yeah, so orange and white. Yeah, this is what my dog looks like. Although I don't grow her ears out because she always like gets her claws stuck in them. Oh my god, two! There's two! I'm gonna put the audio on for this. Guys, look. There's two of them. Oh, I've never seen one that has boots. only like single colored and latte. Oh, look at them. He sits. What a good boy. Oh, look, one has their tail still, just like Latte, and one's docked. Oh, smelly. Oh, cute. What's this one? I'm not locking the fucking guys. I'm just looking at dog videos. Ian. Oh. Oh. Oh, he needs a home. Oh. Why so serious? Oh, it's George again. Yeah, I don't know if I want this dog to like stare in my soul. Like, I wouldn't want this staring in into my soul. He he looks like a person trapped in a dog. It's really funny. Oh, poor baby. Puppies. Oh, black one. Cute. Oh, another latte colored. I want to see your hairline. Oh. Oh, these are so cute. Oh, Mud. Amazing. This is peak. That's just like latte, so wee. I love Cocker Spaniels. They're the cutest. Anyway, back to the brain rot.
People lost their money. And during this period, hundreds of crypto bros on 4chan's business board needed a new way to express just how much this sucked, creating the perfect conditions for a new Wojak to thrive. The angriest one of them all. A screaming pink guy who cried tears of blood. He was the picture of rage. And unlike all other Wojaks before, he could copy the physical attributes of any other Wojak. He had unlocked a new degree of versatility that, while useful, would have extinction level consequences down the line. But the trouble wouldn't start just yet. Punch 3. Brainlets. While Wojaks were establishing an environmental niche, they had a huge advantage, but they were by no means alone in the wilderness. Nothing evolves in a vacuum. The brief and tragic story of the brainlet species begins in 2015. Someone on 4chan's science board was devastated to discover that he was a brainlet, and he was asking around if there existed a medical solution to his tiny brain. But no such cure existed, so the best anyone could do was start spamming 4chan threads with these weird guys
like,
with misshapen heads called brainlets.
And the species was born.
Between 2016 and 2017, these brainlets began popping up everywhere, and they were increasingly converging on Wojak-like features. But you rarely hear the term brainlet these days because natural meme selection mostly killed them off. Also, when I refer to a species as killed off in this video, I don't mean that it disappeared forever. Memes don't work this way. A meme dies when it becomes so irrelevant that it falls out of use. So just keep that in mind.
Go away, ad.
So what happened? As brainlets butted up against the ever-multiplying number of Wojaks, it was adapt or die. Wojaks had a major edge. When it came to calling someone stupid on the internet, which is the entire purpose of this kind of meme, you could just respond with a generic brainlet, or you could respond with a stupid-looking Wojak that actually resembled the person you were insulting. This is way funnier and way more offensive than anything brainlets could offer. And their numbers were soon devastated beyond repair. With the exception of one. But you don't have to let something like that happen to you. No one said keeping yourself alive and healthy is easy. Far from. And with AG1, taking charge of your health is actually as simple as one step in your morning routine. AG1 is the daily health drink that combines your multivitamin, pre- and probiotics, superfoods, and antioxidants into one simple green scoop. And it's one of the easiest things you can do to support your body every day. It's a new year, and you and I both probably made a resolution to get super healthy, and then got busy with school and work and life and kind of forgot. But that's okay, because there is no better time than right now. And AG1 makes all of this health journey stuff way less overwhelming. Me personally, I like to start the day by putting one scoop in my travel bottle and just sipping on it while I research and write. It makes me feel good to know that I'm getting my essential vitamins, minerals, and probiotics without having to get up from my desk. And one thing I really love about AG1 is that AG1 Next Gen contains something called an enhanced B complex to support energy without the afternoon crash. I'm one of those people that becomes catatonic at 3 p.m., so this has been a real game changer. Plus, they have lots of flavors too. AG1 now comes in original, citrus, berry, and tropical. My favorite. This is a total time saver. I cannot recommend this highly enough. So head to the link in my description or scan my QR code to get 3 free AG1 travel packs and 3 free AGZ travel packs, plus free vitamin D3 plus K2 and an AG1 welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order. Thank you so much to AG1 for sponsoring this video, and back to the Jacks. So, where were we? Brainlets. Some of the greatest minds of our generation struggle with this question. Why was 2017 such a tipping point for Wojaks? Well, not to gas myself up too much, but I think I have the answer. One brainlet was smarter than somewhere along the way, he must have understood that his kind did not have long left.
I'm a survivor. We're a dying breed.
And he realized that the only way to guarantee a future for brainlet kind was to play the long game. Infuse Wojak DNA with brainlet DNA. And in so doing, this brainlet gave rise to the missing link. The first Umer.
Uber. Oh, hold on, I use the bathroom
Part
really quick.
4.
I'll be back.
Umers.
I had a bad orange.
In the
I'm back. Okay, back to it.
Fetid 4chan swamp was one smart
No, I'm gonna pet my
He
dog.
resembled a humanoid caveman with kind of like a
Why are you smiling?
stomped on head. And in the spring of 2018, when whatever grows in a swamp was blooming, another new Wojak appeared. They called him the 30-year-old boomer. Now, if you're just listening along, I need you to look at the screen for just a moment. This new Wojak was clearly just that brainlet with hair. But no one was calling him or treating him like a brainlet. The thing is, looks absolutely matter when it comes to classifying Wojaks. But behavior matters too. Let's quickly check out our Venn diagram and see what it looks like right now. So far, we have Rage comics prominently featuring Trollface. Then we have our main Wojak bubble. In the overlap is Feel Sky. Now, we can add brainlets in their own bubble. I didn't really go over these, but there are a few brainlet species that never really took off, but they so strongly resemble Wojaks that they fit the overlap. And let's now add a new bubble for Oomers. So what are Oomers? Why are they called that? Stepping back from our metaphor a bit into the real world, in 2018, the words boomer and zoomer were inescapable. Boomer refers to baby boomers, and zoomers to Gen Z, the ascendant younger generation that now had political and purchasing power. Like millennials before them, zoomers came of age and then everybody blamed us for everything wrong with society. Nothing new under the sun. But the masterminds on 4chan began to wonder, you know, boomer and zoomer really do capture specific archetypes. What other kinds of people can be depicted as oomers? And just like that, 4chan experienced a third wave of Wojaks in the form of these oomers. So you got boomers, groomers, bloomers, coomers. And once the so-called doomer Wojak hit 4chan in 2018, it was gasoline on that evolutionary fire. The doomer Wojak was the inflection point. He was the next generation of Feel Sky. Both of them got their name from existing slang. Both represented the melancholy of being a young person trying to find your way in the world, and both were popular as a meme because they articulated a very real problem. Just not the same problem. The late 2010s, alongside crypto and political turmoil and social media, were also characterized in a way by the growing awareness of male loneliness. Behind the veil of anonymity, thousands of young men expressed, and I would say continue to express, I feel that this is ongoing, feeling disenfranchised politically and in their social lives. And not to get preachy or anything, but I have a strong feeling that you or somebody you love fits this description. I've been personally affected by this, and it's pretty serious. I understand why this meme exists. My point being, in the most cornball way possible, Doomer Wojak says a lot about society, and he existed at the intersection of everything we discussed so far. He's the product of the selection process that ended the brainlets and created the oomers. He put a face to the doomer name, and he was an effective way for young men to communicate their feelings to each other without being called cringe and gay. And speaking of Reddit, specifically a subreddit called Political Compass Memes, PCM for short. To make a very long story short,
I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
In 2001, the journalist Wayne Brittenden published an online quiz, the Political Compass Test. Though the website itself stresses that this is not a perfect tool, it's useful for getting a crude approximation of where someone falls politically. It looks like this. Inevitably, Redditors discovered it and in 2017 created a community where political commentary was framed around where you fell on this chart. So, a typical post might contain a really depressing headline paired with the doomer, or depict someone with stupid and evil politics as a stupid and evil Wojak. You get the idea. This is mostly before PCM devolved into self-referential humor. PCM was instrumental in the Wojak colonization of the internet. It was now clear that they could absolutely survive outside of 4chan. And I would say the Doomer was the true start of the modern Wojak era. Wojaks before almost exclusively came from and thrived on 4chan and other image boards. Wojaks after Doomer, especially once Oomer started appearing all over the place, increasingly came from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and most notably, the PCM subreddit. There was seemingly no environment too foreign for them to completely take over. For now. Unlike early Wojaks, however, Oomers multiplied ferociously, and in so doing, revealed a pretty serious defect. This problem that I've been alluding to all this time, it starts here. Look at this assortment of Oomers, and see if you can spot the problem. That's right. Doomers, Zoomers, Bloomers, these are all relatable states of being. These memes have an obvious function in their environment. But what exactly is the purpose of the Shroomer, other than to compete with nearby Wojaks for resources? Or the Gloomer, who is herself barely different than the Doomer? In practical terms, sure, who cares if there's a bunch of gimmicky memes now? But in terms of a natural environment, despite the fact that these new gimmick Wojaks didn't last very long, they reproduced like crazy and they really crowded up the place. Which is all to say, competition was starting to occur within the species, and it was about to get ugly. Speaking of ugly, there is a very interesting female Wojak we have to discuss. The PCM subreddit really blew up in 2018 and incentivized the creation of increasingly specific Wojaks to portray increasingly specific caricatures. And then, a breakthrough. A female brainlet Oomer is discovered on 4chan. Her scientific name is Artho, but we're gonna keep it PG and use her other name, Emily. What's the big deal with Emily? A lot. First of all, although she was discovered on 4chan, she actually transplanted almost immediately to Reddit and established an environmental niche there that she would rarely ever leave. Second, she was female. Now, she wasn't actually the first female brainlet. That honor goes to this specimen. But she was the closest thing to a female Wojak. Third, she was a three-way hybrid of female and Oomer by virtue of being a Zoomer, and a brainlet. This was a never-before-seen level of crossover. Now, why was she female? What could she do that the equivalent male Wojak could not? Well, she actually filled a very specific role. PCM has never been a forum for serious political discussion, and many posts on the subreddit just boil down to strawman arguments. That is, you take the dumbest version of somebody else's stance, and then argue against it with the smart version of yours, and then you call them stupid and evil. But typing all that out takes a lot of precious time and effort, so Emily arose as a form of visual shorthand. To be clear, Emily was always a caricature of left-wing positions, particularly those held by young women, and those which fell in the green quadrant of the political chart. She was impossible to relate to. No one would ever intentionally use her to describe themselves. Keep that trait in the back of your mind. And that brings us to female Wojaks in general. Like male Wojaks, they can be an object of mockery or an exaggerated stereotype. But unlike male Wojaks, they are rarely ever relatable. In fact, off the top of my head, I can only think of two that are meant to be relatable to anyone, and one of them failed to thrive in the long term. And all that's because, for the most part, female Wojaks are not regarded positively. Now, I mentioned before that Chad is integral to the existence of
these are the same fucking
Wojaks.
image. Shouldn't have done that.
So let's get into how. Chad originated in 2016. There was this very old variety of meme, one that really never saw mainstream adoption, called Learn the Difference, It Could Save Your Life. In December of 2016, a new iteration of that meme appeared on 4chan's politics board, known colloquially as Nordcuck vs. Mediterranean. This is where Chad was born, and fun fact about that, in his earliest form, he was actually ancient Greek Chad. The Nordcuck meme mutated multiple times, the cuck and the Chad changed roles, and somewhere along the way emerged the species of Chad that would dominate his pocket of the internet, and then some. He was called Yes Chad. Now, in 2019, well into the modern Wojak era, a species of blonde female Wojak appears on 4chan. She's called Tradwife. She doesn't quite look like Chad, but she frequently appears alongside him, and what's more, she fills his exact same niche when he's not present. She is, for all intents and purposes, a female Chad with the physical traits of a Wojak. I should mention that there are other female Chad varieties, but they never really gained a foothold. Anyway, following Tradwife was the discovery of 4 other types of female Wojak. Daddy's Girl, Mommy Ethot, Doomer Girl, Yes Honey, and also the fat Doomer Girl, who was actually just weight gain fetish art from DeviantArt that nevertheless became part of that whole ecosystem. Details don't matter. Following our through line here, first comes Chad, who's not a Wojak. Then he begins frequently appearing alongside Tradwife, who strongly resembles a Wojak yet fills the Chad role. The argument is not that female Wojaks owe their entire existence to Chad, rather that they would probably look and behave very differently were it not for his direct influence. And just like that, we hit the next major turning point in internet history. Human history, possibly. We must now pause our coverage of Wojaks here to discuss the genesis of a new species entirely. A species so annoying, so invasive, and so unbelievably funny to draw that it can only be described as the progenitor of a new century.
Oh my god.
Part 5. The Soy Age. It's Soyjak time. What are Soyjaks? Where did they come from? How do they differ from Wojaks? And what does any of this have to do with soy? A couple of key facts. Different digital environments, much like real life
why is my pen
biomes, if that's the right word, exert different selection pressures. Selection pressure means that the environment favors certain traits, and creatures with those traits will survive to pass on their genes. The simplest example might be giraffes. During the course of their evolution, giraffes with longer necks were better able to reach leaves and other sources of food. This allowed them to survive, to reproduce, and over time, the selection pressure exerted by the environment made long necks evolutionarily advantageous. This is also a process that takes at minimum 1,000,000 years. But the cool thing about internet time is that 1 year might as well be 1,000,000. And there was an ever-present selection pressure that was about to majorly collide with Wojaks. The pressure? Find a newer, meaner, funnier way to mock a type of person known as a soy boy. And out of every group of people who could possibly be mocked via Wojak, it seemed that soy boys were largely exempt. Until now. 2 Soyjaks pointing. On February 3rd, 2020, animal rights activist John Oberg posted an innocent photo of himself and a friend marveling at the new vegan fried chicken option at KFC. What Oberg had no way of knowing is that he and his buddy were both making a soy face. That is, the facial expression strongly associated online with man-children who are unmasculine and obsessed with video games and consumerism in a way that others find off-putting. The soy face terminology comes from soy boy, which was itself a pejorative based on this urban legend that consuming soy products raises estrogen levels in men and makes them less masculine. This is a total misinterpretation of the science, but suffice to say, the soy thing really stuck. The story of Soyjaks is pretty complicated, so let's get 2 things out of the way. 1. Many Soyjaks come from the QA board on 4chan. And I know it's spelled QA, but apparently the accepted pronunciation is Quay. So, we can consider Quay to be the natural habitat of Soyjaks. However, Soyjaks are much more aggressive than Wojaks. They cause problems. And within a few short years, their habitat on Quay would be intentionally destroyed because they were actually that annoying. This led to a mass exodus to a new website that we're going to talk about just a little bit later, called Soy Jack Party, or the Shardy. 2. Although two Soy Jacks pointing kickstarted the Soy Jack meme era in earnest, they weren't the first ones. There are two competing explanations for the true origin of Soy Jacks. One, like we just talked about, was the explosive popularity of these guys in 2020. The other was the discovery of this early Soy Jack, named Soyak, way back in 2017 on 4chan. Not much to say about him, but I think it's really important to point out that much like evolution in the real world, timelines do not begin and end neatly. It's a lot of messy transition before it becomes clear when a new species has fully emerged. Blah blah blah. Anyway, on May 1st of 2020, two Soy Jacks pointing were discovered on the Quay board. They were clearly some species of jack. The color and overall appearance was undeniable, but they were an obvious departure from Wojak, and bore only the slightest resemblance to the troll face. So, what made these Soy Jacks or Jacks at all? Why aren't they another thing? This is where behavior becomes a bit more important than appearance. Between 2018 and 2020, the 4chan swamps were suddenly overrun with these Soy Jacks, and this laid bare the fundamental split between Wojaks and Soy Jacks. The obvious physical difference is that Wojaks, for the most part, look like feels guy at the end of the day. Soy Jacks, on the other hand, are traced directly from photographs or screenshots. They look grotesque because they contain an uncanny and inconsistent degree of detail that Wojaks just lack. But whatever, appearances can be deceiving. So here's how you can really tell. Wojaks, to a large extent, are relatable. You can use them to make fun of other people, but you can also use them to represent yourself. And no one on the face of the earth was doing that with Soy Jacks. 2018 onwards gave us such classics as A24 Jack, Tony Soprano Jack, Markiplier Jack, Gape Jack, all of which came from 4chan, and all of which are an overt mockery of soy boys. And by the end of 2020, it was clear. Soy Jacks were here to stay. And soy scientists, as they are sometimes called, made several key discoveries. Firstly, they identified all of these guys. Secondly, they found that the presence or absence of extreme visual detail in the appearance of a Soy Jack didn't cause problems the way it did in Wojaks and Oomers. When Wojaks and Oomers get hyper-specific, they tend to lose their touch, and it's for a pretty practical reason. More specificity means fewer people can relate, and sometimes too much specificity is cringe. Few things kill a meme quite as fast as being deemed cringe, but Soy Jacks are inherently unrelatable, so they could really look like anything at all and still thrive as a meme. And this would cause the sheer number of Soy Jacks to quickly overtake that of Wojaks. And third, it was becoming clear that Soy Jacks were almost exclusively being crapped out onto the internet from one central location. The irradiated Badlands of Quay. But we have to make one more slight detour before we get there. There is but one final major species to discuss. Not a Wojak, not even truly a Soy Jack. A species formerly known as cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. Part 6. Chud. Okay. Bear with me here. In 1984, a movie comes out. It's not all that good. In 2026, this image appears on Twitter. What's the connection? It all comes down to a 4-letter word that is seemingly on course to define the late 2020s internet landscape. Chud. So what is a chud? Chud is not to be confused with Chad. In fact, it might be helpful for us to think of him as Chad's total inverse. And like Chad, he's a species outside of Wojak and Soy Jack. So let's visualize it this way. Wojak is at the center, a neutral species. He can be relatable or not. On one far end is Chad, who is not meant to be relatable to the average person. He is too perfect, too aspirational, right? The Chad species is stoic, masculine, and charismatic. On the total other end is the Chud species, introverted, bitter, and reflexively self-hating, and to some, incredibly relatable. The Chud archetype online is characterized by an inherent link to incel culture. That is, the belief system / community premised on the idea that all women preferentially mate with Chads, and that incels, as the name suggests, are the men left over, doomed to a life of involuntary celibacy. It's a whole thing. So how does this relate to soy jacks? Chudjack, or Chud, is the name of a novel species discovered in 2019 on a small German image board known as Kolchan. Initially, Chud was called Le Poleface. That is, he was a caricature of the typical user of 4chan's poll, or politics board. This might strike you as odd if you don't use the site, but 4chan is a big place, and inhabitants of some of the boards do not automatically respect or value the inhabitants of neighboring boards. And to put it politely, Poll had quite the cancerous reputation on and off 4chan, so it's no surprise that someone put pen to paper and tried to make a soy jack to represent that group. The problem is that Chudjack's face is traced from that of Patrick Crucius, a mass shooter who killed 20 people and injured 26 more at an El Paso, Texas Walmart on August 3rd of 2019. Now, the argument could certainly be made that this is beyond the
shit, I had an
pale
extra
for a reaction
page.
image,
Fuck me.
but that's not what this video is about. Chudjack is an incredibly interesting species because he was a prominent example of a jack created by someone on the left to make fun of someone on the right, and generally speaking, early Wojacks and most soyjacks go the other way. But this is hardly the reason that Chud is entirely his own category. For one, his naming convention is completely unlike Wojacks and Soyjacks before. Chud, cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller, originated from a 1984 science fiction movie of the same name. Or as the Soyjack wiki puts it, the 1984 slow-burn, bone-chilling, character development-driven, cheap jump-scare-free, emotionally draining, genre-defining, science fiction horror film, Chud. Chud as a slang term was popularized by a podcast called Chapo Trap House. And for the record, every time anybody tries to define Chud online, it's a bloodbath. So the best I can do is pejorative for unpleasant right-winger. I literally cannot get more specific than that without starting a fight.
There's like a running
Anyway,
hug
that's a whole lot of minutia to say. Chud is controversial. Like some kind of chaos agent, Chud's mere existence causes conflict. And this all came to a head on October 1st of 2020, when users from 4chan's poll raided a different website called BunkerChan and spammed one of its image boards, Lefty Poll, with many unsavory images. Lefty Poll wasn't about to take this lying down. This was war. And as one of them probably said to their comrades, men, it's time for the nuclear option. It's time to start drawing the 4chan guys as Chuds. They'll hate that. But it turns out they didn't really hate it at all. They're kind of obsessed with it. And what went down over the next few days can only be described as some kind of digital trench warfare where both sides created untold numbers of Chudjacks and then lobbed them at each other like grenades. Soyjack Wiki describes the conflict pretty elegantly. Quote, because of Chudjack's polarizing nature and extreme versatility in being used against various political demographics, posting a Chudjack can often result in other posters retaliating with their own Chudjacks. This can lead to a thread devolving into warring factions, quoting each other with Chudjack edits, a phenomenon remarkably similar to a conventional soy duel. So what I'm saying is this. Chud is more like a sentient weapon of war than he is a natural-born creature. Nevertheless, he coexists with Wojacks and Soyjacks, but he doesn't belong to either species. Chud filled the last major untapped environmental niche, the relatable soy jack, and he is what scientists classify as IAS, is a soy, as opposed to NAS, not a soy. His origins and his original use case have no direct relation to soy jacks, but he fills
No
a
latte,
similar
mom to
role,
be
and the soy
outside.
community has really taken to him, thus, he is a soy. And our detour is now over. Part 7. To soy or not to soy.
Oh, hi, Susie. What's up?
Returning to 2020 and to soy jacks. A few minutes ago, I made mention
Oh,
of the
Himawari,
Quay
nice.
board on 4chan
I'm listening to
and
like
how
Bad
soy
Artist
jacks
like
destroyed it from
storyboard.
within. This event, which I have named the Quay Apocalypse, is a pretty salient demonstration of just how quickly soy jacks can corrode an environment if they aren't contained. So what happened? Quay, as the name suggests, is the question and answer board, and it was founded in 2015. It was originally launched to host the goodbye stream of 4chan's founder, Moot. This was his final hurrah before he stepped down as administrator of the website.
Alright, guys,
Pretty big deal for those who've been using 4chan for a while. After this goodbye stream, the Quay board remained as a space for meta site-wide discussion.
Oh, really?
And then, in 2020, it developed kind of a termite problem, only the termites were soy jacks. Put concisely, soy jack posting and the culture and language around it was becoming a distinct force on 4chan, and specifically on Quay. No one could start a thread or host any kind of discussion without soy jacks infesting the space almost immediately and tearing the whole thing apart. But Quay, as far as internet environments go, had a defense mechanism.
Yeah,
Moderators.
time to saying you'll
And
know.
the moderators were pretty fed up with this whole soy thing, and they banned the posting of soy jacks outright, which absolutely enraged soy kind. To remedy this, on September 19th, 2020, scientists
Oh, yeah,
pooled
very
their
easy.
efforts
Yeah, I
and
can
created
see
a
it.
new environment, or more accurately, a containment zone
Yeah,
for
it's
soy
just-
jacks and soy jacks
Just normal
alone.
clothing, to be
They
honest.
called it soyjack.party. Shardy, for short. There was also an image board called Soyboru, but I'm not trying to overwhelm you with details. Anyway, unfortunately, this was all too little too late. The tidal wave of soy had already wrecked Quay far beyond repair, and the following year, the board would be locked for good. And this was merely the first in a long list of digital spaces that soy jacks would inevitably invade and destroy. It is now 2021 on our evolutionary timeline. Let's have a look at all the species we've discovered so far. 2009, Feels Guy. 2012 through 2016, Wojak alongside Brainlet, which would mostly get absorbed into the Wojak category. 2017, an early, nearly forgotten soy jack. 2018, Oomers. 2019, Tradwife, female Wojaks, and Chad. 2020, the soy jack explosion. And now, 2021. It is the post-Quay era. Soy jacks have, by this point, exploded across the digital landscape and carved out a huge territory. And multiple smaller territories that have partial, if not
And
total,
then I gotta, like,
shardy overlap.
whatchamacallit.
What does that mean?
Make this one
In November
shorter.
2021, the Quay board was shut down for good. Soy jacks had quite literally annoyed the shit out of everyone so bad they were banished from their place of origin. The Wild West of the Shardy was now theirs to claim. And this had a few implications. The existence of an environment only suitable for soy jacks closed them off from the rest of the mimetic gene pool. Now, although most of the early prominent soy jack species that you might recognize came from 4chan, they are classified as IAS, is a soy. And that distinction matters because, for the most part, any new soy jack that spawned after 2021 must have spawned in Shardy territory to truly count as a soy. At least, this is the impression I got from reading the wiki, and I hope you're able to follow me so far because this was an absolutely insane amount of information to try and put together. Now, because of the walled-off and synthetic nature of the Shardy, the atmosphere quickly became so toxic and hostile to outsiders that it formed entirely alien selection pressures. These soyjack species thrived in conditions so foreign to Wojaks, they stopped looking like them at all. With the proliferation of new life on the Shardy, scientists developed a language to describe their observations. We've already touched on IAS and NAS, right? Is a soy and not a soy. Soy speak is an entire topic of its own, so I'll make this explanation quick. But gem and coal are also central concepts to the Shardy universe. Some context. In 2021, a new soyjack appeared called Cobson. His name actually comes from Jacobson, which was a very short-lived name for the soyjack species. Now, he's a relatively common soyjack now, but when he was first discovered, observers hated him. This is not even close to the standard of soyjack that we expect, they said. He's coal. What is coal? You can probably tell from the context, but if not, I will give the most controversial take of my career. Gem and coal, that is, whether a soyjack is considered gemmy or coal, is
oh, double sneeze.
And downvotes on Reddit. Gem is good, coal is bad. And it's around this point, late 2021, that soyjacks crowded their containment zone that they inevitably started leaking back out into mainstream memes. And here are just a few examples. Gapejack, the Reddit trio, it's over, nothing ever happens, the West has fallen, billions must X. Now those last three, at least as meme phrases, predate Wojaks and soyjacks and all of that. People on 4chan have been saying that kind of thing forever. But the mimetic success of Chud popularized these terms of phrase far beyond their original reach. And again, this is like a really unique property that Chud has. By virtue of being relatable to anybody, he's become kind of endearing. And these days, Chud has taken on a totally absurdist, apolitical character that Wojaks and soyjacks, by and large, just aren't capable of. He's just become a lovable little freak. For good and for evil. Part 8. The Bottleneck. 2021 was a really odd year for jacks in general. In practical terms, the meme was becoming so popular that it had reached a mainstream audience who could not possibly comprehend any of this Wojak or 4chan or coal posting stuff. To them, these were just funny little guys. Well, Wojaks didn't just fade from existence because soyjacks got popular. Unfortunately, in the race to adapt and compete with soyjacks, this new generation of Wojaks got really weird. It's hard to say where the problem truly began. Some would consider the pink Wojak to be the beginning of the end. Others might attribute it to the existence of female Wojaks at all. But I actually think Shroomjack was the turning point for Wojaks in the worst way possible. In 2021, Shroomjack was discovered on 4chan's B-board. But unlike any other Wojak, Shroomjack was not relatable in any serious way. The fact that Shroomjack existed opened the possibility for a new breed of pointless Wojak that didn't express any state of being. A Wojak can now be anything at all, which meant that virtually overnight, hundreds of new Wojaks were appearing left and right and dying off just as quickly. Wifejack is a particularly tragic example. In 2021, Wifejack was discovered on Reddit. She was a hyper-specific Wojak, meant to portray the real-life woman who created her without any actual subtext. She didn't have a point, so to speak. But in 2022, Wifejack appeared on Twitter, and her use case was not obvious to anyone. What is she doing here? Why is she taking up space with all the other Wojaks? Does she actually contribute to the meme species? Not really. Consequently, Wifejack became a lightning rod for hatred, and for people's frustration generally with what they felt was their funny meme getting gentrified by internet tourists. Let's step out of the animal metaphor for just a second. No one could figure out quite what to do with Wifejack, even though she was seemingly everywhere for a few weeks. Some people used her to vent frustration about things that women did that they found annoying. Others made graphic artwork of her getting torn apart. But it seemed the hate only metastasized the problem that Wifejack represented. back to the animal metaphor. You have a new species that is appearing everywhere, taking up resources, dying off just as quickly, and upsetting the established order. And this was basically the case for every new Wojak after 2021. For instance, in 2020, the Doomer Girl species was discovered and she made quite a splash. She was very compatible with her environment and people took to her. So far, so good. Shortly after, Doomer Boy emerges. Doomer Boy was the male version of the female version of Doomer Guy. So, okay, not super clear what purpose he serves, but he still kind of makes sense. But what about Husband Jack? Or Daughter Jack? Wife Jack barely filled a niche to begin with. Doomer Girl really only had a foothold at all because of the internet's obsession with goth girls. But why did we need multiple versions of Wife Jack? For that matter, why did Tradwife need another male counterpart? Why did every Wojak after 2021 come with the contingency of introducing a new microspecies that was nothing more than useless eaters? In a nutshell, there were too many Wojaks. They didn't serve a purpose, and they were crowding out the species. But Soyjaks weren't exactly in the clear either, because soon enough, they also started having this problem. As we discussed,
I can't think of anything to talk about because I'm like locking the fuck in while looking at text.
But it wasn't perfect, and the hardier species quickly bled out into the general internet. From 2022 onwards, it became pretty commonplace to see Soyjaks, ones that formed in the walled alien terrain of the soy community, appear on Twitter and Instagram. It's harder to think of digital environments that are more diametrically opposite than Instagram and the Shardy. Quite a few new Soyjak species were emerging completely outside of the Shardy, coming from DeviantArt, Reddit, and iFunny. Just like Wojaks, the new generation of Soyjaks was getting too specific. Lifespans were getting shorter, reproduction was getting faster, and all three Jack species, Wojak, Soy, and Chud, were butting up against a major evolutionary bottleneck. Early Jacks of all kinds, at their core, were caricatures meant to make fun of people. But that use case, their entire reason for being, was being supplanted by an entirely new species that I like to call Whackjacks.
What the fuck is
Part
that?
9. Whackjacks. Let me be clear. Whackjack is a new category that I am proposing to describe a new type of Soyjak that I see popping up everywhere, but that no one's really talking about. When I talked about all the weird new Soyjaks happening in 2021,
we're getting the head
there was one
scene.
that I intentionally skipped. So let's talk about him. In 2021, researchers discovered a new Soyjak on Quay called Squirreljack. Squirreljack combined multiple things. First and foremost, he appeared to be a species of Impjack, a well-established Soyjak dating back to 2020. Second, he appeared alongside the phrase, "You will feed the squirrels." Why is that important? If you didn't know, the "you will" or "you vil" phrase template is a pretty popular meme within the Shardy. You will is directly associated with another popular Soyjak called Feraljack. And third, and this is the really crucial thing, Squirreljack could look like either one of these guys and still be recognized as a distinct new species, which is the only way that this image could possibly be explained. All of these attributes taken together originated a new meme called Say the Line. And I probably don't need to point out to you that this new species of Soyjak was the furthest thing from political or mean. This had absolutely no referent in real life. This was just a funny little guy. And throughout 2021, the funny little guy species quietly took off. We have Lemon Jack, Lime Jack, Cookie Jack. This emergent species had absolutely no competitors. They could be or do or look like whatever they wanted. So I call them Whackjacks because they're whack. Here's a really specific example, right? Look how far we've come evolutionarily. Compare the Doomer, a relatable, melancholy young man, with this. Pretend you're not terminally online for a second. Genuinely, what state of being is this meant to express? The majority of existing soy jacks now are something like this, hyper-specific to the shardy. Wacky, but still far too
Guys,
esoteric for mainstream
time.
tastes. To some extent, all of the different jack species were starting to do some version of this whack-jack thing independently at the same time. And no one quite exemplified this like Chud. Chuddy, Gnome Chud, this thing. The species of old were dying off, and the newest selection pressure revealed itself. To survive, you now had to be the funniest, most pointless jack of them all. And in a really practical way, this makes sense.
That's done.
Jacks have always been political to some extent, but politics change, trends change, and by their nature, memes get outdated pretty quickly. But before we get to the present day, there is one more ecological catastrophe we have to cover. Part 10, Ruined It Award. It's 2022. Our Venn diagram looks like this.
Okay, this one's done.
We have
now
documented
I've got to
enough
do the Viv outfits,
Wojak, Soyjak, and Chud that
summer, I think. Yeah, it's summer.
Can be understood
summer
as
outfit.
Just a manifestation of something already on the chart.
Let's see.
So, at what point did this bottleneck turn into an extinction level event? In my professional opinion, the beginning of the end was in 2022 with the discovery of a ward jack. And before anybody gets mad, I'm not saying he caused this problem. I just think he's really symptomatic and he demonstrates exactly what is happening.
Sketches.
So,
Yippee.
a ward jack. He emerged from within the soy community. He is a simple, generic-looking soy jack.
Alright, how are we doing, chat? Now that I finished storyboarding.
That's a genetic Swede soy jacks, by the way. That's like a whole other thing. A smirk, and a ribbon that read, "Posted it again award." This was not good. The award was the thing that delineated a species, and every unique award, theoretically, was a unique species. What I'm saying is, the number of countable soy jacks in the wild exploded. How are soy jacks even meant to compete when there's suddenly,
see if there's anything on the dock.
I'm
starting the Viv stuff. What do you have for summer?
These new soy jacks after 2022 were so specific, they quite literally spawned, filled one extremely niche task,
You guys want
and then
very
died
simple.
off just as quick. It was a total ecological
what's it
collapse.
called?
This
I'll do simple, but I'll add some like personal flair to it, so we all know it's definitely Viv.
Uncountable. The only thing Wojak researchers could say for sure is that there were a lot of them, and that cross-contamination was happening at an unprecedented
I want to try a tank top.
For example,
when I was around the same age as Viv, I did wear spaghetti straps, by the way.
That was an entire
of course, schools, if you live in the United States or whatever, I think like for some ridiculous reason they banned spaghetti strap outfits. Do you guys remember that?
And while that was happening, the entire jack phenomenon
I think it's really stupid because guys can just like wear whatever the fuck they wanted. Like, girls couldn't. That was ass.
Jack meme. It's hard to get more mainstream than the U.S. presidency. And the Soy Jack Award was truly the last thing standing between there being a lot of soy jacks,
like a strict rule with some of these outfits, like definitely no crop tops allowed. They were still kids. But I will show a little bit of skin, but not too much skin.
To be a weird little guy. And that is why social media writ large is suddenly full of images that look like this.
The fuck?
Part 11. The limits of soyance.
I'm gonna try adding some flannel. What do you think, Zinni?
The Wojak is on the decline. And it's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. Memes are living things. They're born, they mutate, they die, they reproduce. It's the way of the world. But some memes last much longer than others. And I truly believe that studying why can give you some really excellent insights into human behavior. But researching memes, let alone predicting future ones, is tricky business. In my effort to make
Out what?
all
I can't.
of this comprehensible to someone who's never even...
Oh, is the video too loud, or is my mic fucked up, or... Okay, my mic is fine. Yeah, it's probably the video's a little too loud.
Heard of Wojak, I had to leave a lot out, but I really tried my best. And if you want all of Jack
Oh, it's quiet. My bad. I keep forgetting to put my mouth close up to the damn mic.
Drawings you make when you want to call someone
So,
on the internet
yeah, I'm gonna try out some
they have a
flannel stuff
tendency
for
to
Viv.
multiply out of control. And
Yeah,
that combined with changing political winds meant that the joke got old.
like a
And I
flannel around the
theorized
waist.
that a new species of incredibly weird, funny,
I'm gonna add some like
apolitical soy
punk
jack
stuff,
will emerge,
like some
and many of
patches.
the smaller guys will
Yeah,
fall
yeah.
loose
Well,
or be
what's it called? For the West Coast, we sometimes put flannel with our outfits. This is my own experience. They're mostly tied on the waist just for like fashion purposes. Yeah, cause I don't know why the fuck we did it. Honestly, we just did, or it was a me thing. It's like you got a simple, solid tank top, you got your solid colored jeans, and then the flannel that would be like the, I guess, piece to it. It's hard to really explain. They're like really thin. They had no purpose whatsoever for like any type of use, but they were just like really thin flannels that you would just like put over your shoulders in case like you are out the entire day for the summer and you're like, oh fuck, it's cold, so I gotta put the thin flannel on. It's kind of like that. Actually, let's not put a knot. That's not how they work. Mm-hmm. Probably put some like patch here. Probably a few chains too while I'm at it, but not too much. Yeah, the jacket's like really, really thin. Just put some bracelets there. I have to think of the shoes. Definitely, probably like, what you call it, some sandals or something.
become absorbed into the new whackjack category. Kind of like what happened with brainlets. It's all a cycle of history and of human behavior. At the end of the day,
Probably Converses
these
or
are
Converses
digital
might work.
animals competing for the most precious resource of them all, our extremely fleeting attention. And it's either adapt, die, or hit the road, Jack. This has been Bad Art History. Thank you, as always, to the patron cells for keeping the dream alive. If you want to see me mess up and laugh during my lines, or you want to see the part of the video that I cut out for time, which increasingly is the case, please consider becoming a patron.
Okay, that's the end of that video. I'm gonna... Let's see. With the Chiono O thing, because now apparently Chiono O is now gotchable in... Is that the right word? I don't know the word. In Uma Musume, and I really want to gotcha for her. Look how cute she is. There. I feel like more of a grayer purple. Right here, 1 second, guys. back, but yeah, most of the flannels. I'm no. Wait, so out of curiosity, then you're like eastern coastish, right? It's a little colder in your area, I presume. Like, how thick are the flannels? Are they like, what you call it? Would you say they're like thick? Because ours in the West Coast, they are as thick as 2 spaghetti strap top. No, 3 spaghetti strap tops, I think. Yeah, they're more of a fashion statement here, I think. Because, I don't know, flannels are like thicker, I assume, in the East Coast? I don't know, honestly. I'm kind of oblivious. That's actually turning out nicer than I imagined. Let's try some, like, dark blue jeans. And actually black, so we can, like, lean into some purplish punk. Because I've actually been scrolling Hot Topic lately. Just because I really like Hot Topic pants, but they're so expensive. I mean, yeah, she got 4 seasons. Oh, yeah, so... Oh, okay, I guess that doesn't... Sorry, I have to, like, read and then not listen to Chiono. Yes, I actually get 4 seasons. Flannels are usually... Oh, ours don't do that over here. They don't. Though it doesn't... I think we do have those, too, but... They have, like, fleece inside of it, I think. Yeah, they have fleece in it, but... I wouldn't classify them as flannels. They're more as fleece jackets with a flannel graphic on the outside, but... Yeah... The flannels that I've grown up with are just for fashion, not for, like, utility or heat retention or anything like that. Oh, shit. So, I remember, like, back in the 2016s-ish, I would, like, wrap it around my waist as a fashion thing. Because, like, you got plain on top, plain on the bottom, so it's, like, balancing your outfit, I'd say. Not entirely sure what I'm getting at here myself, to be honest, but, yeah. Yeah, it's like, I think the coldest it gets where I was originally from was about 50s. We never went to 40s or anything. Like, the coldest I've experienced in my living life or some shit is like 40-ish degrees. Yeah. And it's gonna be like a darker purple flannel that I'm trying to get at here. Yeah, I can show you what I'm talking about. I have a pink flannel from Uniqlo. Haven't worn it in a while, to be honest. Because, you know, flannels aren't really in style these days. Well, the dark ones are, but not the lighter colored ones. Yeah, it's really hard to pull off light flannel sometimes, I think. Because these days people are just wearing darker clothes, and I don't look good in, like, light clothes because my, what's it called? I don't think my skin tones fit pastel clothes I want to wear, so I'm like, well, this looks, like, totally wrong, and I'm not gonna try. Okay, very thin jacket. Oh. Call it checkered in Clip Studio. That's right. Forgot about that. I'm gonna, like, make this a white layer or some shit. Chio, no. Doki, do. Yeah, make it white. Yeah, white. Definitely white. Yeah, I think I'll probably base our pants off the ones I own right now. As ridiculous as it sounds, but, you know, I will experiment with the idea. I am the character designer now. Might as well, like, see what I can do and see what fits or not, you know? Let me try some chains somewhere because... Let's see. One... might not work there. 1, 2... fuck? Those pants are in the wash and I can't look at them. But to remember it by brain. Shiza. Let's do something simple, I guess. Maybe I'll put like the chain stuff on her ears. Like, genuinely curious though. What are East Coast like flannels ish? Like, I've only seen like the ones I've mentioned. Like, open up the Vtuber sheet. Let's see, gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Not close to actual shoes, but I'll just do with it here. Oh, it's turning out nicer than I thought. I was like not sure about this design, to be honest. Well, I mean, I think it's turning out fine. Let's like cross this out here. I have to do like a color check on it, but yeah, this looks very summery to me. Not entirely sure. It's like, then again, I don't want all of her outfits to be like, whatchamacallit, all black and purple or blue and purple. There's got to be a little bit of variation, I think. Yeah, this is one idea I have, but let me put in the earrings. Hear me out on this. One of the things I do like about character design is the opportunity to experiment with things that you wouldn't normally do. Of course, within, like, reason. Oh, fuck. The flicky button? Oh, whoops, it's supposed to be this. I hit the wrong layer. A little too thick. I'm not sure if Viv wears ear cuffs. I do wear this. Me and her have a similar fashion, so I'm like integrating whatever I wear into it, whatever I'm finding online, and whatever you guys are like recommending me. But yeah, tell me if I'm going to overburn the piercings. Because, what's it called? A lot of kids these days get more than one piercing on the rear, is what I've noticed. It's very strange. I wasn't allowed to get two until now, but I've seen kids have, like, this type of stuff on their ear. Like, it's normal. I'm like, huh? I didn't have that growing up. But, yeah. I did take inspiration from the Donna's picture you guys sent me. I do like the tank top and the jeans combo. It's very simple, but I added the flannel just for a little bit of, you know, more pizzazz. Now let's go to our next one. Oh! My bad, hold up. I forgot that was there! I forgot that was there. But anyway, this is what I got so far. I'm still trying out other stuff. Hold up. Actually, let me like do a color check first. So, it's that. Okay, I was just checking if it's different from, like, the skin color, because I do get really, really locked in, and I forget about color stuff. Okay, can you see it? Anyway, sorry, can you see it now? What do you think about the piercings? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm like getting the California vibe from these pics you guys sent. By that I mean like, this reminds me of like that one beach I live by that does like, whatchamacallit, some musical festivals. I think we had Foo Fighters one time. I'm sad I didn't get to see it, but hey, Wait, no, it was free. I just didn't have time to see it. Son of a bitch. Hey, Vivian girls, let's take a look. I kind of like the cardigan, but I feel like that won't really be summery. Wow, wait, for real? You know, that makes sense. Cause I've definitely... I'm just ashamed I didn't recognize it because my whole entire life, I've seen people dressed like this, and it didn't click in my brain. Oh, godly. Okay, I'm gonna keep looking at there and see what I can get out from all that. Because Camp Happiness is like Illinois, and I've never been to Illinois or Chicago or whatnot, so I'm not really familiar with the climate or how seasons and, you know, what's the average temperatures for summer or, you know, all that stuff. Palo Alto, bruh, for real there? That's like, hold up, I need to check because, like, I haven't been home in my area of California, also known as my spawn point, for years. That, let's see. Palo Alto, yeah, that's in NorCal, Zinni. That's where I'm originally from, yeah. So, I think I've explained this to you guys once. Remind me if I didn't, but did I ever mention to you guys that Northern California people and Southern California people are kind of like a different vibe and, you know, like, by vibe I mean like dress different and act different? Have I ever told you guys this? Oh, Northeast Illinois is right to the lake, so, okay, I've noticed. Yeah. So, how do I put it? Northern California outfits, like the one you sent me. Yeah. You notice the way they dress compared to Southern Cal. Southern Cal really puts a lot of pizzazz on their outfits, and I've started to do that myself because I've lived here for more than 3 years, and, you know, you integrate yourself with the social circles, and, you know, you've kind of blend in, whatever. Yeah, I did dress similar to this myself as a kid when I lived in NorCal. And one of my friends from the northern area visited. Apparently, people from the northern area really, really like solid colors more than, like, anything loud is what I've noticed, because, what's it called? She was wearing, like, Lululemon, like, pants that are, like, mostly solid color and a solid colored top with a Lululemon jacket. They're all, like, grays and blacks, a little bit of deeper tones of red, I like to say. Yes! Wait, they've done that? Insane. I mean, given how, like, they're not too different, but, you know, you gotta go to both sides, I feel, to, like, definitely understand what I'm saying. But yeah, anyway, compared to Southern California outfits, there's a little bit more of, I guess, thought put to the outfits, per se. Because in the north, it gets a little cold. Like I said earlier, lowest we got is 50 degrees, and that can last from, I'll say, probably when it hits autumn, which would be around, foggy memory, sorry, like, later November-ish to, I think around February. Yeah, February. It's been a while, so I might not be right. Climate change is literally changing the environment and shit for Northern Cal too. Let's see. Yeah. So Northern California gets cold until like February. We start to warm up a little more like in March, all the way to September or early fall. It gets around, I think, like the average highest from my memories is about a good 80-ish or early 90s, but we've had some cases where we've reached 95. But compared to that, Southern California, it's consistently warm. The lowest you might get here is around also 50, but that's only ever in the night. That doesn't last from like until like noon or some shit. So it does get cold, but that's only winter. But think to describe in California's weather, the most consistent degrees you can get from here in like spring are around, to be honest, 70 or more, like mid 90s, I think. But it gets worse in the summer because sometimes, okay, this is my personal opinion with weather in Southern California, so first I just add 10 degrees to whatever it says on the fucking weather app, because sometimes it would say, oh, it's 80, but it feels like it's 90. You don't do that in NorCal. But yeah. God. Okay, next outfit. Right. Yeah, a bunch of northern guys do not wear really loud outfits. I could say that because I didn't wear a lot of loud outfits when I was back in growing up in NorCal compared to where I am now. But like, I'm gonna try to dabble in the cheetah print. I kind of like that. Okay. Then again, I think like we're not separating anytime soon because I feel like Southern California definitely makes up the whole tourist stuff for California. Because what the fuck is there to do in NorCal? Even I know this. Literally, the only thing that I know in Northern California that's, I guess, interesting to do and cheap that's not San Francisco is going to the fucking Zodiac Killer space. I'm serious. Because San Francisco, you know what I do with parking, right? It's ass. It's absolute ass cheeks. Also, parallel parking in SF's so scary to me sometimes. Yeah. It's just like, ugh, I don't want to park. Ugh. Stuff like that, basically. Okay. Well, now that I think about it, they do make up a little different from NorCal and SoCal. You have to see a picture of this, I feel, because I'm going to butcher it really badly because I don't do a lot of makeup. So, what's it called? I think, like, Northern Californian makeup for women, they really emphasize the eyeliner, like the cat's eye. But here in, like, SoCal, it's more likely, sure, we do the cat's eye for the eyeliner, but we add, like, the fluffy, eyelash thing. I never really understood it. I'm not good at it myself, to be honest, but it's kind of a thing. Yeah, it's... I found it... when I first moved here, I was like, oh my god, people are dressed so nicely. Aren't they scared of getting jumped? Because that's what happens in NorCal. Yeah, if you look too flashy, people will just start looking at you, man. It's just good idea not to get attention and stuff. But you've been to, like, California yet. Have you any or no? Oh, well, if you ever come here, I know some good spots in both areas of North and South. Well, personally for the North, it's mostly Oakland, SF area. South, a little bit of LA area. Personally, I would like to avoid Hollywood like the plague. I drove there yesterday to see Book of Mormon. I don't like driving to Hollywood. It's fucking scary. Even I knew it because when I was going to Hollywood for the Persona concert in the Dolby Theater, which is where they have the Oscars. God, that theater was so nice. But anyway, as we were driving, there was like an ambulance, and my friend was the one driving, and this motherfucker wouldn't move as there was an ambulance directly behind us, and he had to figure out a way to shimmy his way into like the other lane. It was like so scary. It's like, man, fucking Southern California drivers are just so fucking annoying sometimes. Like, when I moved down here, I've noticed I've just started to obtain a new level of road rage, and it's not even funny. Like, so in Northern California, people actually let you use your fucking turn signal. Like, when I went to visit, like, when Hatsune Miku the cat was born, I was picking up my... I think my parents might pick me up, and I had to drive, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta drive. I don't want to do it, but then I'm really like, what's it called? When we're coming back from the airport, I went to change lanes, and I turned my turn signal expecting like some guy to rush me, and the guy next to me didn't. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot my blinker matters here. Insane shit. Yeah, because in southern area, if you put on your blinker, they think it means fucking speed up. Like, let me draw this. I just want to vent my frustration about driving in Southern California because I hate it here sometimes. So, this is the lane. This is the road, right? And you can, like, merge here, correct? So, this is my car, right? And in red is, I guess, some other person, right? So I turned my blinker on, like, hey, I need to change lanes. And you know what this guy thinks is appropriate to do? And there's all this space where I can safely do it. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's my pet peeve about living here, honestly. Like, anyone who's not native to Southern California, to be honest, but... It's like, why? Why would you do that? Why the fuck would you merge lanes like that? I swear to God. People, man. I fucking hate people sometimes. I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure other states' drivers do this too. But damn. I'm gonna put another belt here. Probably make it studded. Like a hidden studded belt. I'm gonna put like a CD here because I'm not sure what band to put, to be honest. But yeah, if you feel like Chico and like Kitty ever visit California and I do the driving, you're gonna hear me curse a lot. Like, a ton. You're gonna hear me say like, oh, that fucking bitch in the car or some shit. I think like driving is the only time I ever like extremely like curse and stuff. I'm gonna put shorts on this one, like maybe jorts, because jorts have been popular with the kids lately. I wear jorts too. Like, they're way comfier than Daisy Dukes. It's like, oh my god, it's great. Whoever made jorts popular, I like it because someone with like huge thighs, it's a blessing to have like comfort. But I already put jorts in her last outfit though. And I don't want to give her too short shorts because she's like a middle schooler and that's inappropriate. I wasn't allowed to wear like really short shorts when I was her age too. Okay. She wouldn't wear a skirt though. Okay. Probably might do slides for this because it is the summer. And you want to get in the water and just gotta kick them off and shit, right? Oh, but I should probably talk about the Book of Mormon. Y'all ever seen the Book of Mormon, chat? Like, the musical co-written by one of the creators of South Park. Oh, you just remind me of that one story I had to be driver. One time I was at this four-way stoplight that had a clearance for truck turns, and this one idiot went right up to like to stop. And then a big truck has a turn where he was blocking them, and the whole traffic had to back up. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Dude, ugh. Doc, I saw the musical with Doc yesterday, guys, so... God, Doc was telling me about the roads in, like, Los Angeles and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, there's just, like, one road that hasn't been, like, classified as an interstate or whatever, and there's a stop sign we would stop at to turn right at, I guess, and for some fucking reason, you see all these cars zipping at, like, nearly freeway speed, and you're expected to turn right there, which is like... What? crazy stuff. I already miss Doc. I'm gonna beat him up when I see him on Saturday for Valentine's Day. Okay, now for colors, that's the thing. I'm gonna do white for the shirt. Yeah, insane driving story. It makes me wonder why the fuck do people exist. Yeah, I'm like looking at one of your guys' references right now. Probably like... Okay. Here. I'm gonna try some a little more like in the middle of feminine outfits next. Some a little girlier looking, but not too girly. But it's after this one. Here. Okay. Should I? No, these shouldn't be like that pattern, but let's give her blue jeans to like give it a little variation. Yeah, this was supposed to be like, whatchamacallit, kind of a studded belt here. I might change the shoe color. I'm just like messing around with it. Oh, this is copyright. Just playing the glove on fight themes instead. Didn't think of jewelry here. Let me try silver stuff. This looks a little too plain. Let me try something out. I'm trying so hard not to say pattern. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll have one that's not too stylish, but let's go on to the next one. Unless you have something to recommend to add, because I'm trying to, like, think about what people her age are wearing today. Oh, right! Probably put, like, a little keychain or something here. Hold up. Yeah, like there. And then there's like a keychain there hanging. And it's like a Palette Scout plushie or something. We'll look at your Pilot Scout girls really quick. Hold up. Let's see. Is it spitballing chat out of 10? So, out of like the 1, 2, 3, 5, which one would be Viv's favorite in the Pilot Scout girls series or something? I'm gonna draw like a little Nunu doll. If you guys don't know what a Nunu doll is, it's a 10cm plushie that is used in Oshikatsu goods. I do Oshikatsu as well with my own season. You got a Mafu and Kaisa Nunu coming in April. Well, for me, not for the readers, because I'm too broke to do mass-producing merch. Okay, so I think the planner will look kind of rough to choose the most grounded characters. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that is not a 10 ball. That is so fucking tiny. I think that'll be Hazel's favorite girl. I'll probably have the keychain the next design, since you said it's more simple. Okay. Now for number 3. Okay, I've already followed some of the stuff in the rep sheet thing. Now, let's see. Let me look some stuff up. I'm just trying to mess around with the punk stuff. Oh yeah, speaking of which, an Amulet Heart, whatchamacallit, figure is being released, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited, but I want Amulet Spade. Ooh, I love Outfit 3. That is really cute. I feel like that would be there for. Outfit 10 is nice, but it's a little too girly-ish, I think. Ooh, I'm in love with, like, Amulet Spades outfits. I wish more animes, like, did this, where they would dress up characters in different clothing, but hey, I'm doing it with my own stuff and whatever. Okay, so it's a little frilly, but let's see. I'm gonna try something. Oof. Oh my god. I'm gonna try like those let's call those punk style shirts. Probably a V-neck this time. V for Viv. Because her original design does have a V-neck, I think. Oh, that's copyrighted. Hey, I could probably have to put on like non-copyright music so this can like stay on YouTube and stuff. Boop. Now I'm listening to my own bops. Shonen knife? Really? Oh, rotating, so it's kind of like AKB? Because they do the same thing. I yawned too hard. Oh, my ears. Yeah, that is a very summery outfit. Let me give her like leggings here. Like short leggings. Should I experiment with punk stuff or? Nah, too complicated. I'll probably give Crocs for this outfit. What if I made a jersey? Or something like that. Nah, it wouldn't look good. Probably like a scrunchie or something. Like for her hair here. Now let me try like a blue and purple thing. Oh really? I didn't know that was a thing actually. Didn't know. Okay, let's see. That's too dual. Yeah, I'll make the shirt blue actually. Then it's like the jersey's purple. Because blue and purple go well together. I'm gonna try to add a little bit of stuff for these because must be detailed and cool. I have like the scrunchie here just to like tie up her hair or something. Like light. Meow 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 meow. Let's see what she looks like with the face. I don't like the shoe color. Oh yeah, black Crocs. My mom always did wear those. Nah, maybe make him blue actually. That might work better. Maybe white might work. Okay, I'm gonna look for an asset here. Bow, 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 bow. Hold on, I'm like thinking a little bit here. Yeah, I might have to be making it blue or some shit. Maybe like get purple or something. Kind of like number one still. Okay, let me try thinking of something else. Oh, wait. I think I have an idea. So I've worn stuff like this over the summer. Sorry, my skin was itching. Maybe like a slip-on shoe. I think this might work. I just gotta color it. What's a good punk band name? I'm gonna go with Killed the Diamonds. It sounds like badass. Kill the Diamonds. Or Kill the Diamond. Oh. Hey, let's see how this looks on her. I'm going to change the pants color a little. Actually, that might look good. add some earrings. Preferably, I'm gonna do gold again, just to like, what's it called? Make it look, be standing out. I think it is. I think. Alrighty. My necklace look good? Actually, let me try another type of jewelry. Okay. Let me add some like armbands. Probably has like a kill the diamond styled bracelet, I suppose. This will be number 4, and I'll send these into the server. Okay, we got 1. Ugh. Okay, let's paste it. Oh, my back. Hey, yo, what's the hell's the new Usate? 2 hours in. I'm still probably tired from driving around Hollywood, I think. You know, I might add some plaid to the, or checker to the number 4 design. Cenote, tay. What's up, get you out. What's up. Looks good, but I'm gonna play around with some plaid or something. Yeah, this actually works. Oh, nice. What's the coolest one you've got? Actually, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back. Oh, was that on the entire time? Broken Promises, that Zinni, funnily enough, that's like a clothing line, and I have one of their jeans. Hold up, let me send it to you. Hold up. Yeah, Zumez sells Broken Promises. They are a denim company. I own one of their stuff. They are very expensive, I'll be honest with you. I got my Broken Promises jeans at a discount bin that... Actually, I buy most of my clothes from a discount bin if I'm being real with you. Like, hold up. Yeah. This is an actual, like, punk/skater type of brand. Yeah. You can find these most commonly in the Zumez warehouses, but here's a link. Yeah. I got it for, like, 30 bucks instead of 80 bucks. Woo-hoo. I do love some of their pieces. They're great. $14 for socks, that's bogus. Oh, nice. Well, anyway, we've got this done. I'm getting some pretty good strides in. Now I gotta, like, put a dent in my Palantir's revolting dinner animation. Okay, that's for this frame. We're gonna go to the next ones. We're just walking and stuff. Oh, looping rooms. Oh, the back rooms is in this, like, freaking video. Oh, it's like a backrooms vocal song I'm listening to. It's pretty good. Here it is. It's a shame that's only 2 minutes long. Fuck this. I'm gonna get more crackers. I'm like hungry as fuck. Give me a sec. I'm back. Ooh, nice. For sure. One of my other favorite bands I'll do is Destroy Boys. They're pretty good. Another punk band I love is Arcadia Grey. I'm seeing them next month. And funny thing though, that band's aware of my existence. I've been like... Arcadia Grey is a smaller band. I've been harassing them for an entire year, by the way. Well, politely harassing this band for almost an entire year. I've been putting moon puns in their comment sections everywhere on social media. I'd be like, yo, that's moon tier, or that's mootastic. I think, like, last time I went to their show, I gave them a moon poster I made. It was great. Now I gotta figure out another way to harass them. Oh, I gotta make more moon stickers to harass them, that's right. Hmm. Oh, nice. I like that. Instead of listening to the song, how about the room loopers? Maybe the app. Nah, it's not a good one. The Abysmals? What the? What the hell just came in my recommended? Guys, look, what is this? What is this video right here? La Cumbia del 87. What is this? Hold up, I'm genuinely curious. What the fuck is that? Hold up. What is this? We gotta look at this. What the fuck is this? I know cum. It might be cum, but we gotta see what this is. I'm curious. It's Spanish. I could ask my friend to translate it for me. Oh. Whore. I don't know what to say to this. What's called? What the fuck is this? Like, La Cumbia del 87. Insane, bro. I'm gonna tag my friend. What the fuck is this? Like, I know it's a rendition of like the FNAF song, but what the hell? La Cumbia del 87. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the joke is here. What is the joke? I'm not getting the joke. Chat, do you know what this joke is? I think I need a Latin American person to interpret the joke, to explain this joke to me, because I don't get it. Cambia del 87. What does cambia mean? What does it mean? I'm gonna ask, what does cambia mean? The cum of 87? That better not be it. Oh, a type of music. Oh. La cumbia de... Oh, it is a type of music. I thought it meant come. Oh. What the fuck? What the actual legitimate fuck? Insane shit. I thought it meant come! Because it had come. I didn't know it was an actual music thing. I didn't know. That's insane. Like, I was like, looking for music to draw because animating takes a fuck ton of time, and La Cambria del Freddy Fazbear came out. I'm like, huh? What do you mean La Cambria del Freddy Fazbear? What the fuck does that even mean? Oh, but that was really funny though. I did enjoy that. That genuinely made me laugh. Five nights in your semen. Is this where you want to suck? I just don't get it. Why didn't you want to come? Oh my fucking god. Every Spanish speaker is gonna beat the shit out of me for saying this. Because, you know, English and Spanish are similar, and I thought, oh, it's a cum meme. No, it's music. Did you know that, Latte? Oh, sweet, without a care in the world. Wait. Oh my god, is that the Brandon Coon fanfic? Hold up. We gotta watch this, guys. So, y'all heard of the infamous Brandon persona insert? I found it via Instagram, but I think people were trolling the guy, and he was like an on-simp.
Other Atlas podcast, okay? Not to name any names. No other Atlas podcast.
Oh, you know that dude.
is doing moving when they're doing fuck all. Okay?
Yeah. I saw like a few of the videos. I didn't know the whole story. I didn't see the whole story of it, no, but I saw a clip where he did hire some VAs to like play the persona characters, and I was like, that'd be crazy, but if you paid your VAs, go ham.
I think we finally have something to talk about. He's trolling, man. That's serious, bro. I'm telling you right now, I think we have one of the biggest news drops I think we've gotten in the middle of the show, dude. I'm like being completely serious. I'm being completely
Oh god, we gotta see this.
Bro. I think we have finally at least a glimpse of the future of Persona, okay? Just look in the general chat right now. Look in the academia.
Okay, we gotta look at this shit, man.
What the fuck is this?
What? Zitty, what the fuck did I open up to? I skipped a few. I gotta see the context.
What is this?
Persona Pony.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, who the fuck is...
I'm telling you right now, this is real shit.
Brandon the Persona Pony?
What?
This is what we're doing today?
You know what? That is not really surprising, to be honest. Because NSFW work, to make it sound believable, you gotta really try hard, I think, for that stuff. Like, no pun intended. Well,
Aren't you fucking ecstatic? This is finally the next glimpse of the Persona series.
oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
What am I looking at?
Why are they in the Shin Megami Tensei Sharp FE universe? That is Tiki from freaking, what's it called? Fire Emblem, bro. That is not the right game.
The Persona series. How many times do I need to say this, man?
Fucking kidding me? But this is what we're doing. This is what you guys all wanted? Everyone likes this guy. This Brandon guy. Everyone say, whoa, Brandon, holy shit, Brandon. Who is this?
Right now, the next face of Persona. You know how Joker's every now Joker's in Smash?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
We're gonna get Brandon in
That
Smash.
Game Awards stage, okay? It's gonna be Brandon.
Let's watch this.
Okay.
I have heard the rumblings about a Brandon. Is this him? I suppose this is him. I can't imagine there's multiple Persona Brandons.
I mean, his name is Brandon, and he says is Brandon Hackwith in particular.
Hackwith.
I'm told I should watch.
Go white boy, go! I guess.
By somebody. Another Persona YouTuber actually. John Persona told me to watch.
John Persona.
I literally have no clue what this is. To be clear,
should I get the actual video and react to it?
I don't know who this is.
Or did he delete it?
Do we just watch from the beginning here? We're not live this whole thing, right?
No, we can just whenever I feel like we're gonna
greatest hits.
Wait, that's a 30-minute video. Oh my goodness.
This isn't even. What the fuck is this game?
That's like 10 minutes longer than the Can't Buy Happiness audio drama.
Why did he put this instead of Persona? Okay, can I watch this intro again real quick? Actually, can I just...
Wait, you don't think this is fire?
Why? Who the fuck is this?
Yeah, who is that?
I don't know, actually.
Is he gonna awaken this cutie mark via...
What are you making me?
What is this? What is this?
Can I hear this? No.
You can't hear this?
Okay, is this cutie mark like fucking Joker? What is this?
I don't know how I can fix this for you. Maybe I'll play it again, play it again.
Little did he know
I can hear
his
it,
life would
we're good.
soon turn upside down, just from something as simple as beating a game.
What?
I can't wait to start New Game Plus.
Oh my god.
New Game Extra? Uh-oh.
What?
Not New Game Extra.
Strictly, this was the future of the Persona series. I don't know why it's just showing Persona 5 Royal. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Is this some
That's-
kind of new
Okay, if you reach the level 90 line, that speaks volumes about this guy.
Well, I'm not complaining. More content
Guys,
for me.
is this fucking... Is this real? Am I being fucking trolled?
Yeah, it
I
is.
actually don't know what the fuck I'm watching now.
You can even tell that it's Japanese, like, up here. What does it say? I can only read some of it. Koremade no, I can't read that kanji. Yeah, I can't read the rest of that, but I at least can read a little.
Why is it in Japanese? Oh, because he
Why is
took
what
the screenshot
Japanese?
off Twitter. The screenshot.
Oh. And, maybe it's like you only see New Game Extra when you're playing on a Japanese copy of the game.
Brony Pony How did you fucking guys find 2 years ago? How did you find this?
Why is there that much subscribers?
I guess you have to look at the past a little bit.
Whoa!
Relax to the Rain with Princess Twilight? Let me save this one to watch later. Hold on. Ponies on Earth.
What is all this?
Himself?
I don't know.
He still
Okay.
has content. You think he's acknowledged Brandon?
I mean, I think he is Brandon.
Brandon's Ghost Squad. Oh, he likes it. More percent.
Let me X. I'm gonna look for the actual fucking video of this. Is it? No, that's the VOD. Whoops.
There, I mean, is that kind of metaphorical?
Relax to the Rain with Princess Twilight? Let me save this one to watch later. Hold on. Ponies on Earth? Is this Brandon himself?
Okay, what's it called? Brandon the Pony Persona. Okay. Okay, we're gonna watch the actual video for 36 minutes. What is that music? Why does it sound like it's mid-eye or stolen? That doesn't sound right. Like, listen to this. There's nothing right about this sounding intro. Like, something's off key and I can't put my finger on it. You guys know what I mean? Or Zenny?
Our story starts with Brandon H.
Okay,
He
you're
was
gonna
playing
dox
Persona
yourself?
5 Royal and was almost finished
5
with the
Royal.
third semester. Little did he know
Almost
that his life
finished. That just says. Ugh.
would soon turn upside down, just from something as simple as beating a game.
Man, I can't wait to start New Game Plus. New Game Extra? Huh? What's that? I'd better search this up.
One Google search
Okay.
later.
Weird. What's coming up? Is this some kind of new automatic update?
Oh my
Well,
god,
I'm not
what
gonna
is that?
More content for me.
What is that fucking poster right there? Oh, you know what?
Let's try it. What the hell? Why did the TV turn off? Oh man, I was really looking forward to playing. Oh well, maybe some other time. I'm going to
It's
bed.
gonna go
I'm
wow,
this
wow,
room.
wow, 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 or some shit.
Later that night.
What did? What is that? Are we like? What? What was that image before? What was that, like blood or something?
Huh? Where the hell am I?
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Okay, but you're using the mobile game character for this? Okay.
Ah, I see you're new here. Or are you, Brandon?
What? How did you know my name?
Oh, come now, my boy.
Can't-
We're
what?
in the Velvet Room, a place that exists between
Okay, this is a visual novel. Where's your text box?
mind and matter. I know who you are, and I suppose you know who I am. No?
I do, but what am I doing here?
Well, today's your lucky day. Thanks to the special contract you signed, you're going to a whole new world.
Anime Tokyo?
Contract?
Oh, but that's where you'd be mistaken, my boy. You did when you pressed that little button.
Wait, so that New Game Extra? That was you? Holy shit!
Huh?
Indeed it was.
This. I don't even know what to say to this so far.
I expect greatness from you, but be warned, you will come across many challenges and
Zinni, what do you
perils
think?
during your time and stay here. Until then, farewell.
Wait, hold on!
What was that snap sound? Huh? That is not Royals opening. That is vanilla Persona 5 opening. That is not it, buddy. Oh no. Like, this is vanilla P5 opening, not Royal or whatever.
Who am I? Am I
Is he singing this?
not from here? That's right, I'm not from here at all.
Ah.
Press the button, find it, a contract, unbreakable.
Nice. Now look at that.
Useless. What could it mean that I'm here?
Oh, these are great. Chainmail variety idiots with guitars. Gary, your dad. I love that. Beat it with sticks. Professional losers is a good one. Free talk the zoo, pretty good. Don't want to lose you. Hit hard. Girls just want to break bones is banger.
I will not take this with strife. What's wrong with a little change? Just imagine being me. Probably wouldn't be easy.
Who are you?
Must do my duty. My entire life has changed.
Touch some grass.
This ain't no game.
What is this Gary's Mod shading? What is this? Oh my god. I'm getting too tired to even deal with this shit myself, and it's like 12 a.m. I think I just want to animate my walk cycle instead, to be honest. Wrong game!
My head. Jeez, what happened?
He wishes he can look like that.
Whoa! Jesus, you scared me. Almost thought you were just brought back from the dead.
It was most certainly unusual to find someone passed out in the middle of Shibuya. Especially someone like you. Who are you?
I'm Brandon Hackworth. Nice to meet you. You two are Ryuji Sakamoto and Yusuke Katagawa, right?
How did you know our names?
What is this?
How the hell did you know that? You some sort of stalker or something?
Well,
why is he blushing?
Heard about you guys from Shujin Academy. Yeah. I'm not a stalker, I swear.
Right.
Huh?
I would make the assumption that you're a student there. You don't seem to be from Japan.
Oh, you think he's one of them foreign exchange students that were mentioned last week?
Oh my god.
I wasn't really listening, but that was the gist of what I got.
Yeah, you could say that. Actually,
why am I putting myself through this?
I mean, sure, new kid. You're definitely on the weird side, but don't worry. You'll be with the right crowd.
Indeed. Normal isn't really the word I'd use to describe us.
Awesome! I'm so excited!
So does he kill him? What was that? What the fuck was that?
Oh, sorry.
Yep, definitely got a weird one here.
Kill him now.
Squeal a lot. I'm pretty energetic most
Read
of
you
the time.
kill
That's
him.
okay, bro.
By all means, it's not an issue. If anything, this outlandish energy draws up a few ideas for my next painting.
What? The protagonist for like Sharp FE is standing right there. Oh my goodness.
But what to pick? Contemporary or perhaps oil pastels?
I don't have any idea about any of that. But, wanna head to Cafe LeBlanc so I can meet your other friends?
I like how you could tell he's definitely using like a condenser mic or a really poor one at that. I mean, condenser mics are good, don't get me wrong, but if you go with the cheaper skill, it kind of shows.
Sure, man. We were actually on our way there just now. But no funny business. Got it?
Understood.
Yusuke, I don't know about you. Something is really effing strange with this guy.
I know. The matte colors of the hoodie don't match at all with the softer color of his jeans.
No,
what?
Clothes, dumbass. This guy shows up.
Well, that's funny though, insulting his fit.
About us and LeBlanc? Something ain't right.
No, for real. I know audio is expensive, but come on.
Right. I can feel it.
You have a point. He doesn't seem to be much of a threat, though. For now, we'll lead him to LeBlanc and gather as much intel as we can. Then, we can let Rin decide
This
what to
feels
do to him.
very YN based, you know what I mean?
Hey guys, who's the new kid? I haven't seen him around here before.
Oh, right. Guys, this is Brandon. Says he's a foreign exchange student at Shujin Academy. He's certainly not your typical guy. He's,
We found him passed out in the middle of the street.
yeah.
So he's a homeless person?
Nice to meet you all. I hope we can be good friends and stuff.
Is he doing alright? He's all red. Is he choking?
What?
Okay, that physical actress is really good. Real.
Oh crap, oh crap! I've been looking after this guy for—
Wait, is this where he kills him?
I am not letting him die on me!
I'm not joking!
Live, damn it, live!
Go Ryuji, you're the man!
What's going on?
Help me! He's crushing my ribs!
Ryuji, I think you've tortured him enough.
Torture?
Not more.
Excuse me.
Me?
Trying to save his
Well,
freaking life.
excuse me, princess.
Jeez. Look, I wasn't turning red because I was choking. I was turning red because...
I feel bad for the artists he commissioned, because now they have to see this.
Because I...
Because you what? Spit it out already.
It's because I'm flustered by one of the girls here. I really like...
What? Okay, that is too fast. What the fuck? You know, I don't have the energy for this. I'd really need to animate a walk cycle or learn how to. So I'm gonna send this to my boyfriend and torture him, and then instead it's funnier. We'll save this for next time. Yeah, we'll save this for next time, guys. I don't have enough brain cells. It's 12 a.m. I want to go to bed. And yeah, and by bed, let's just say I pass the fuck out. I don't even have enough time. This video really won't even. Ugh, now I don't even want to animate anymore. Fuck this. I'm going to bed. For sure. Tomorrow I have a script reading at 2:30 p.m. PST for Switch S. I mean, if you want to like break down the brain cells after it, if my social battery's still intact, feel free to. Honestly, man. I hate this. I hate this so much. I might get alcohol for this. You know what? I might fucking get alcohol for this tomorrow. If you want to like swing by like script reading VC and stuff. I mean, we need a few people to read some roles. Probably just one more person, to be honest. It's gonna tag in the script reading VC. Oh shoot, you're not. You don't have access to it. Hold up. I better grant you access to this like whole category on Discord, actually, because yeah, why not? I'm just gonna end stream. I didn't expect that to kill my motivation, but here we are. Let's look for someone to raid. Actually, I don't think we have enough people to raid. Yeah, we don't have enough, I think. Well, I'm just gonna end it here because what the fuck was I just watching? Anyway, good night.